Hi everybody, and welcome back to Axion Token live and stream. We're going to talk about price and auction, and our topic for today is inflation, staking and accumulation. So we'll get into it. Just wait for a few people to come online. Audio looks good. High tone, welcome. Nice smiley face. Welcome to the chat. Looking good. We've got 11 viewers on. Just going to refresh my screen again. Make yourself known if you're on the chat. We've got 11 people watching. Great. Cam, Lulith, welcome. We've got some good topics today. Hopefully add some value to your portfolio. Cracked at Magic, hi. Welcome. We've had a nice little price movement, so it's a good time to have a chat about that. I'm going to scale the screen, get that moving up there. It's 1 hourly chart. It's a bit weird, isn't it? So there we are. We've got that massive spike there. Maybe a bit of topical. So let's get straight into it. Looks like we've got 10 people on, and no doubt we'll keep accumulating people over the next 45 minutes. So we'll get straight into the chat. So yeah, priced up at 00015. It's been pretty decent. We actually had a little spike up to. We got this weird spike. I'm not sure whether that's an error or not. And that said that we went up to 0.11 cent, 6 cents, which would be like a dream. But not likely. We got this 000186. I hadn't actually gone back and seen where that price spike had actually gone on the transactions. So anyway, we liquidity daily volume $580,000 so far. Liquidity 1.3 million. ETH pool looking good. 1,133. I like it when it's up higher like that. And so that's great to hear. Pulled Axion 4.4 billion, pretty typical. Bit of a sell here at the moment. So jump to the 15 minutes. There we go. We'll watch that for a while. Let's see who's on the chat. Eric Nye, hi. Rusi, hi. That was quite a few new faces. Who just farted? Hi, yo. Nice to have you on. And pretty funny name there. So let's get straight into it. We're going to jump over to the topic today is inflation, staking and accumulation. So we're talking about all of we had 250 billion Hex 2T, which is now Axion. So 250 billion Axion. We also had the Hex free claim, 250 billion. Obviously the penalties have been going into the auctions, and we've had these 4 mega auctions so far. And we've got the 5th one coming up. Looks like the 5th one might be the last one. And so I haven't actually got my spreadsheet up for that, but it might be about 4.5 billion. And that will be an interesting time. So that's why I want to talk about inflation, staking and accumulation. So the inflation is all that, plus we've got 8% inflation, and obviously referrals are freshly minted as well. So it gives you an idea of, this is the inflation phase. So this means that if you stake, you'll collect a lot of that inflation, and you'll get that as rewards for the auction market buybacks. And for those that have been in the 4 mega auctions, you know how big those rewards are, really huge. And those who are staking and accumulating and holding will be well rewarded, and their portfolios will be expanded massively over the last four weeks. So we're on day 30 at the moment. So let's just jump to the auction page. We'll jump away from there. We're on day 30, and let's have a check down. We've got 413,000, extremely small, the smallest one. It's already well oversubscribed. In my previous video yesterday, I said recommended not going in because it will get oversubscribed. And here we are. We've got 0.65 ETH there. We're not finished yet. We've still got 5 hours to go on day 30. So it's 1 month. We've been live 1 month. Fantastic. So congrats to everybody. I think that's pretty cool. 1 month. Still young though. Still young. And the auction price that they're getting is 635,000. So not sure why people have gone into that for that, but what happens is one goes in, another one goes in, and there we are. The auction Uniswap price at the moment is 3.9 million per ETH. So there we are. That's a bit of it's a little bit humorous there. I'm sure everyone can get the humour of that. So tomorrow's auction's looking better. It's got 4.8 million. It's almost 1 ETH, like 1.2, 1.25 ETH worth of value there at the moment. And our mega auction is, like I said, it might probably get somewhere between 4.3 and 4.5 billion by the time we get to the actual auction. We're at 4.262, so that's pretty close to what I said, and that's pretty much a lot of the rollover from the last mega auction, which was 10 billion, which we had a huge sale on that. That was such a good sale. About I think it was 5.7 billion was sold or won in that one. So well done, congratulations to all the ones that picked that up. And we're going to have a little interesting look at one of the whales, our only billion whale that I'm aware of that's liquid. So we're going to have a look at that account, and let's jump to that now. So here we are on the Etherscan. We got the Axion in liquid here, 94 billion Axion, and obviously that includes the team wallet up here, which is 43 billion. So you hear me talking about that. That looks like it's there. You can obviously go and have a look and see what that's been up to. And then we have this independent whale here. So congrats to this. I suspect I know who it is. I won't name names, but I suspect I know who that is. But they've been doing some interesting stuff lately, and they have accumulated. So we'll just quickly jump on their wallets. We don't want to. I just want to show you what some of the only billion whale that we've got is just increased its bags. So they were at 1.7. They staked it for the fourth mega auction, and they increased their stack from 1.7 to 133. So they ended up getting 33 million approximately out of that increase. They've also continued in the last 10 hours and 7 hours. This big whale has bought another 110 million Axion. So now their bags 1.8 billion Axion. So congrats to them. It's great to actually have a big whale, and they seem to be committed to the project so far that I can see. And I suspect I know who it is, and I think that's really great. And so I thought you'd be interested in that. That's the only billion whale that's there. And if we jump to Axion stats, we'll scroll down. Axion stats, and we got 44 whales that are staked and liquid. So if we take that down and just go to liquid, we've got that one whale, and you can see that one whale is there, right? And then you can jump to here, and you can see that one whale is there, right there. Okay, so I thought that's pretty interesting. People often say, what are the whales up to? I thought we'd have a little insight into the only one that's got 1 billion. We used to have, let's have a quick look at the ones that are in the billion mark again. Sorry, jumped to the wrong page. Let's just put the staked Axion back on. So we got 44 whales that have billions, but most of them, just about all of them are staked. So all of them are staked except for that one. But that one seems to be accumulating, and I think that's a pretty good sign. So these whales look pretty good to me. How many short-term stakes are in there, I'm not sure, but I thought that's pretty positive. So they are accumulating, all right? So they've been getting the benefit from the 4 mega auctions, right? Let me go back to the auctions. They have been accumulating out of these mega auctions here and the previous ones that we had, because this is the 5th one coming up, and I think it will probably be the last one. Now, the team was talking about Hex free claims and something around that, so that may increase the pool again for weekly megas, but I don't think we'll, I mean, assuming something that doesn't happen with what the team's up to, but the Hex free claim, I don't see another massive mega weekly auction, and therefore you could get some in the hundreds of millions, like this one here. Maybe we'll get more of that in the weekly auctions, maybe 400 million, but don't really see something like this. So unless the team has done something to change that with the Hex free claims, so we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, so that's really, and what everyone's doing is accumulating the inflation. They're staking, they're reaping the rewards, and the ones that start off at the beginning do really well. Let's just quickly go to the YouTube chat after covering that inflation, staking, and accumulation phase topic. I'm going to talk about it a bit more. Crypto Magic, how long do you think the weekly mega auctions will be well stocked with Axion? Like I just said, I think this next one is the last mega auction. I think after that we're going to have just large daily auctions, and even the weekly auction will be potentially larger than the daily auctions, but not, you're talking, a couple hundred million at best, unless something happens with the Hex free claim, which they are looking at doing. So we'll find out about that. Fee Viking, welcome. SA home buyer, very good. School, so really cool. We've got 16 people on. Great. Welcome to everybody. Let yourself be known. Got lots of new faces on the chat today. Really great to have you here. The price is really doing better. And so let's talk about how this inflation, staking and accumulation is going to impact the price. So if I'm saying based on here that this here could go, that could be, if we take the current price, let's just do that just quickly. And that's probably, let's take 4.4262966 divided by 39 million. You're looking at probably somewhere between 800 and 1,000 Ethereum to eat up that last auction. So that's not a lot. That's not hard, not difficult to do. We had 1,300 in the last one. We had 550 or so in the previous one, and 2,300 in the one before that, 803 in the first one. So I think this last mega auction is huge. And so what that means is that people are accumulating, early adopters will benefit, and so forth. Crypto Ripper, have you got a new mic? No, I haven't. Hopefully it sounds better. 19 people watching. We're heading up. Numbers are accumulating. Let yourself be known in the chat. We always like your comments, your insights. If you've heard any chats, anything that gives us any insights, we appreciate that in this chat. So there we are. That's what I think's happening. And so basically, if you're in early, this is the first month. We're on day 30. On day 30, if you've accumulated a nice stack and you're going to keep staking that, and we recommend a staking ladder, so you could stake over a matter of months and years and have things maturing over that period of time, then you will do really well. And what happens is now that with the lower inflation, that means if the mega auctions, is the last main mega auction, then people will only be able to get the Axion off the Uniswap here, and so that for me puts more demand on the Uniswap to get more of the divs, and you'll still be getting the divs from the 8% inflation, the daily auctions, the penalties for that flow into the auctions as well, and also longer pays better if you stake longer now. Also, if you the big paydays, the 5 big paydays. So I'll try and stop saying the word and get straight into staking. So if you go to the staking, you will be able to do that. So the rate's actually going up at the moment on staking, and you really need to consider about staking early to get the better rate and so forth. So just you want to look at that. So let's have a quick look at the stats at the moment. We're at 266.6 billion Axion in supply. I showed you that we've got 93.9, and if we go back to here, that's what we've got here at the total on the Etherscan. So this is the Axion token on Etherscan. We've got 43 of that liquid X. So 43 of the 93 is in the team wallet, the dev wallet. So that's what we've got there. So that figure there is higher than really what it is. We've got the market cap has risen to 14 million again. Nice to see. We've got 18,427 stakers. So staking is up. Great stuff. Staking length is up from 900 now at 936 days. Average stake length was down around about 9.1 million. Now it's up at close to 3.4 million. And the high 5 club is up by another 2 spots, from 876 to 878, and then it's gone up about another 100 million, looking really good. Percentage staked, there's a very key metric for these projects, for Axion, for Hex, and even for Wise token that's coming up. These stake percentages are fundamental for these projects with share rates. This is the frontier of DeFi, long life DeFi products doing certificate of deposits. So this is a really important. It's gone up 64.76. If we add in the dev fund or the team contract, we move up to 80.72, which is slightly down from yesterday. I think we were at about 82% yesterday. So that's going to fluctuate a little bit, but the higher the better. That means there's less liquid on the market. less liquid on the market. For people that are stakers, that are holding, you hold those stakes will mean less price volatility and more price pressure. So the next phase is really the marketing phase, and if we jump onto the general chat, you'll see that under announcements that the team is really focused on building the community. And so if we've got people staking, pushing that price up on Uniswap, with the mega auctions coming down, we'll get the bigger whales pushing the price up. If we've got committed whales, which looks like we have, then we should do well. Once again, if we go to the bottom here, we've got these 44 whales. They seem to be pretty committed to staking. If we take off, if we only look at the liquid one, we've only got one whale, and that one seems to be accumulating. So that looking bodes pretty well. We've got 3 great whites with the liquid, but they look pretty staked as well. Tigers, we might get a bit of movement from tigers and dolphins, and potentially octopuses. You can see that there's quite a few dolphins and octopuses that could do short-term trading movements. So we'll see what happens with that. Let's just jump back to the chat and see what's happening. Crypto Ripper, after the mega auctions ends, do you think it would be better to get Axion from the auction, or will it be better to get it from Uniswap? I'm expecting the Uniswap price to improve, obviously with volatility, and so I think that the auctions will offer some good results, because you're supposed to do at least 35% better than the Uniswap price. But that said, the team are doing some changes over, I think, within the next 10 days. So we'll see what those are and how that impacts the market. But they're trying to deal with the front-running bots. So if you're not familiar with the front-running bots on the price, we've got these. Hopefully we've got an example here somewhere. We haven't had some for a while. That's good to see. But the price has been more stable. So here's some front-running bots. You can see one here. They only picked up 0.035 Ethereum there, 0.479. That one there picked up half a Ethereum. These are the ones that we want to try and stop when a 7 Ethereum went in. It front runs it, so it sees it before it happens. It must do some really fast payment transactions to get that through and outdo it. So I think that's somehow how the mechanism works. Let's have a look. Neil, welcome Neil, good to have you on. Hi sirs, Neil says. Crypto Ripper says, have we broken out from the downtrend? Let's have a look at that actually. The chart's very volatile at the moment. The auction doesn't help with and the front running bots don't help either. They make a very funny thing. Hey, Number of Things. Hey, Number of Things is here, welcome. Great to have Number of Things here. Great community team member of Axion. And someone I've known for some time, right from Pyrobank and other days, Hex days. So great to have you on, Number of Things. Look forward to more content on your YouTube channel, Number of Things. You can feel free to post your YouTube channel in the chat so people can subscribe and like and stuff. Number of Things has great content on there. Crypto Ripper, have we broken out of the downtrend? Let's have a quick look at that. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly chart, which is my favorite. Sorry, the chart's a bit skewed today because of that spike. It's really done some funny stuff to the chart. Let's have a quick look. Boop. Alright, so here's the 4-hourly chart. You can see that spike. I've got to go back and look at that. I was supposed to do it before the live stream, but didn't get around to it. So what we want to see is we want to see a higher low. So we're definitely moving up to a higher low. We want to see how far this comes down. I'm pretty bullish at this stage still, but we'll see. Obviously I can't know the future, but just looking at the chart, we've got this low here, we've got slightly higher low here, and we look like we're getting a higher low here. So I think we really need to bust out of this 0.0018 mark. That seems to be the resistance line. So if we can really break through that, and then obviously 2, so it's 0.18 to 0.0002. Let me rephrase it. 0.0018 to 0.002 is really that bust out zone. Need to get through that to move to a new high. But we certainly look like we're getting a higher low, and that's positive. So almost there. Stressful struggle, welcome. What was the crazy candle suit, man? Well, we were millionaires. We were. It was insane. It was really insane. Number of Things, feeling in love, absolutely. and peace and love out to all of you there. So yeah, let's have a look at that candle. Let's have a quick. I'm going to pull that candle up for all those. It rocketed to. I'm not sure what the transaction was. I'm going to go back. I'll have a look if I can. You can see the price just went up. The price was way up at 0.00165, I think. Yeah, 0.001635056. But I'm not sure whether that's just some sort of error there. We'll have to go back on the transactions. Let's see, that's 4 hours. Let me go to the hourly chart. We'll do this while we're on screen here. So that happened about 3 hours ago. I'm not sure whether we have enough data on that for that. We'll have a look. It's about 3 hours ago. Let me go to the 15-minute chart. Let me scale that back up again so we can look at that and watch that chart as we go. Boom. Give us a nice granularity there. So 3 hours ago, well, that would make it that'd make it 11, about 12 o'clock my time. Let's see if I can go back in time. I can't see anything obvious there. I think it's 11:56. I think they made comments about it in the general chat on the Discord, but I wasn't there to read it all. I can't see anything obvious there. That looks like someone did some massive spike. So there's no volume candle there. So it looks like just an error to me. Let me go back to that again. Oh, not that one. We were at price chat. Let me just go back up it again. So there's no volume candle there. There's no volume candle there, so it looks just like an error. Eric Nye says, I looked when the price spiked. No record of anyone buying or selling on that price. Absolutely, Eric. That's why I sort of just confirmed. There's no volume candle on this part here. So it just looked like an error on the DEX chat, on the DEX screen. It was crazy. That is awesome. Yeah, it was crazy, but it wasn't real. Prana, and if you sort by US price, you can find it easier. Yeah, well said, Prana. We'll look there. So there we are. We've got nothing but net there. We've got a bot that took half beneath that one there, but there's no price on there. So well played. Thanks, Prana, for that. The price per ETH, I guess, 14. There we are. 0.0014999. When was that? 249. So there we are. How do we get back to that? Got to go date again. So there we are. That's where we're at. Well, the price is doing a little bit of pump now on the 15-minute chart. So hopefully we can. It actually went up to 0.00163 over here. So that was pretty nice. We got a nice little candle here. This is a legitimate candle, and that price went up to 0.00186. So that was legitimate. So we'll take that. We'll take that 1.068. You can see there we actually did that. That's a real candle there. So very nice. We've got 22 people online. Great to have everybody here. 23 now. So let yourself be known in the chat. Any things that you've heard recently on any of the chats, let us know. Any insights, we always look forward to it. Rico, glitch from Hex to the DEX, absolutely. Crypto Magic, is there a max Axion supply? Well, technically there's not a max Axion supply because it's 8% inflation per year. The referrals are freshly minted too, but technically the total supply was going to be 500 billion. That's 250 billion from the Hex 2T and 250 for the Hex free claim, which is 500. But obviously you got the inflation on top of that. Lots of love from Stressful Struggle. That will make everyone FOMO. Imagine if it was the downside. Yeah, sometimes it does if enough people hear about it. I'm not sure what the users are from the DEX tools. I remember seeing it a long time ago, and I only really started using it again since Axion, so pretty cool. I actually have to look around a few more of the features because most of the time I just spend myself on the Axion pair, so it's pretty humorous. Once again, we've got this fun auction today. Well oversubscribed there, 635,000, and the market price is just under 3.9 million per ETH. So I remember not long ago this was pumping to 400,000 per ETH, so it's a very difference in price there. Let's have a look at the announcements. I wanted to point out that the latest announcement was the Axion Supercharge initiative. If you're not involved in this and you've got some good ideas, let them know. The core team is working on, their asses off behind the scenes on marketing, development, operations, systems, design, new hires, and more to bring Axion to the top of the crypto market. Remember that we're only 30 days old, so that's pretty exciting. There's lots coming up. So that's where I think when the mega auctions disappear, probably next week, the last big one, based on the information we have today, then all this marketing stuff's really going to put more demand, increasing the community, all the marketing, developments and stuff, product enhancements, all going to just push on more buyers, and the big whales will really, the only place they'll have to get a lot of Axion after the mega auctions is on a Uniswap. So pretty cool. That's why it's really important, and probably the number one goal is just to increase the community. We know from the Axion Stacks page that we've gone over 11,000 addresses. So we just need to keep increasing that and getting that up steadily. At least by a couple of thousand per week would be a good goal, and that's really good to do. Hey, we've got 27 people now on the live stream. Welcome everybody, all the new people. Neil says a bot entering the auction to getting wrecked. Yeah. So the team's going to look at dealing with that. I think the slippage to try and deal with the bots doing the front running, which is just basically taking a couple of ETH out of the pool. Once again, back to here. What we've seen countless times is the power of the community, whether it's website design, review videos, live streams, novel ideas, etc. We can all agree this is likely to be the most impressive, resilient, contributory communities in all of crypto. So we want to open the floor to your ideas. What do you think Axion could do in the short term, able to deploy in less than a week, that would help supercharge the growth of the ecosystem and positive price action? So remember, Axion is a community project, so the team's obviously doing lots of stuff on all this front, and hiring a CTO and other things like that, and really great devs, community devs, and roadmaps and all that sort of stuff. But it also is a community project, so it opens up ideas to the community, which is really great that we get to participate. So I think that's pretty exciting. Be specific as possible. If you like this edition, you can like a toss or emoji under it. We'll be going through the list and getting things in motion based on what you suggest. So you can click on that by just clicking Supercharge. I'll just leave the link to this in the chat. So you click Supercharge, and it will take you to the current chat. You scroll to the very top, you can see the opening of that. So I'll put that in the chat now. You can join in. Ideas. So there's the link there. Neil also says getting Richard Hart to put in a good word. Yeah, sure. He just did a live stream earlier, I think, Richard Hart did. So I don't know if people saw that. So there's lots of ideas being put up here. Obviously, I put my one up here, getting Daddy Dash YouTube channel 400k. He's got such a big channel. I think he's definitely a top 3 crypto YouTuber. So that's my idea I put in there. And there's heaps of ideas. Liquidity pool obviously coming up in the next 10 days. We'll find out about that. So that's huge. So there's lots of stuff. Go through that. Add your own ideas if you've got some. And go through and like some of the ones that you think are really cool. There's lots of stuff in there. And so I thought I'd just let people know that if they weren't aware of that. Now back to the announcements. Obviously we've got lots of stuff that's been going on in the team. We've got all this stuff coming up here from Jojo. So the quadruple 5 NFT distribution coming up. I believe that's happening today, tomorrow. So I think that's coming up. And any concern about auction mechanics is going to be dealt with. So that these topics were briefly discussed in the AMA that Jack did as well. The meme contest winners, locking liquidity. Everyone's looking forward to this locking liquidity and the liquidity amplifier, which are going to be at slightly different time frames from memory. And then of course we've got the massive product, we've got the massive marketing coming up, and the roadmap. So the roadmap's really crucial, and the 50,000 marketing is really crucial. And obviously there's the I've forgotten his name now. Evans. I've forgotten his name now. Oh, that's terrible. I've forgotten his name, first name. I used to know his name off by heart. Evans is doing, that's his surname, but I can't remember his first name. Maybe someone remembers. he's doing a $15,000 project on YouTube. So if I just remember his first name. And so we've got yeah, so we've got that. This is all happening within the next sort of 8 days, 9 days now. It must be about that time. So that's pretty neat. And if you haven't got involved in the general track, get involved in that. So that's pretty cool. Now, the other thing that's on later today is everything Axion. So Axion Today shows on. That's on in about 19, 20 hours. So don't miss that. That's going to be on. And they've got a cool promo video for that. So it's pretty neat. I'm not sure if you can hear the sound. I need to work out how to add the sound in, but you got that going on. Sheldon, thanks Prana. Sheldon, that's it. Sheldon Evans. So this promo video is pretty cool. Relaxing divs. That's a number of things. Number of things came up with relaxing divs. It's quite a catchy thing. A number of things also does music and raps and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. So this is on live every day at 10 p.m. UTC, which is in about 20 hours. So you can keep that on the chat. I'll just post the link on there. Axion Today. $20. They can hold that up for the thing. So pretty neat. I think that's a pretty nice little intro. I don't know if you know, I've been upgrading my thumbnails. I had added thumbnails now. Also doing some promo videos. I've just started doing that, putting those together. They take a bit more work, obviously, so just putting those together. And that's for non-Axionite audiences. So just putting that together at the moment. So that should be pretty cool. Just lifting the game. Prana, Sheldon should be a special guest for tomorrow's. Yeah, I think he's going on there. I think that was the case. Yeah, there we are. So that's the one there that's going to be on today. So it's Shaking It with Sheldon Evans. So that's the one that's on. So I'll link that specific video to. There we are. Sheldon on Axion Today. So that's the one there. And so yeah, he's got 175,000 subscribers. He's a big investor in Axion. And he's doing a lot of promotions. He's going to be doing the $15,000 marketing budget on YouTube. So we should see Axion all over the place, making it one of the premier cryptos being talked about. And that's really huge. Neil says, a Justin Sun style announcement of upcoming announcements work well for pumping Tron. Yeah, well, Justin Sun does a lot of that. It's good from the marketing perspective. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's where we're at the moment with the staking. Trees keep going up, which is really nice. And I think Jack's talking about potentially looking at a secondary opportunity for doing community or environmental projects. So that's pretty neat as well. If you haven't seen the AMA that they did, he did an AMA on here. Just trying to think where that is. Maybe it's disappeared for the moment. Go to announcements. And there was AMA on. So if you haven't seen that, Jack's AMA. And that's it there. So if you haven't read through that, it's well worth going through. I just basically search for Jack stuff. I just look at Jack stuff, and there's quite a lot of insights about upcoming stuff in there. Neil says, B couldn't get away from fake partnership announcements with backfire. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's one of the criticisms of Justin. But you know, Tron's doing its thing. It's adding its, you know, you either love it or don't love it. So it's just another opportunity in the marketplace. And obviously, JustSwap's been pretty successful with the volumes going through. So that's that, and the price just seems to be just solidifying in this range. Let's go to the 1 hour chart, and we can see that we've got a nice uptrend there, and that's looking pretty good. So not too bad. When we take it from there, and we're still on an uptrend if you took it from there, so that's pretty neat. And we'll have a look at the quick daily chart, and I'll have to scale the price again because we're out of scale. And, you can see that our top price so far, all-time high, is still 00072 under Axion. But look how we haven't got much of a chart. We're still on day 30. There's 1 month's worth of charting, and we're almost finished on that in about 5 hours time. So we'll almost be starting our day 31 or first day of the next month, wherever you want to look at it, and so forth. So and then we've got this nice odd spike in there at the moment. Hopefully that gets corrected somehow. Maybe the team will let them know. And yeah, so this orange bar still holding, still got a nice little upward trend there. So yeah, I think can we break out of this this jump? We really need to break out of the 002 mark, and then we could be on a nice little upward trajectory. And I think with the last mega auction, which will be on, if we have a look at that, it's going to be on the 18th, so just before Christmas time. We go to the 18th, and yeah, well, it never shows on this chart for some reason, but on the 18th, I don't know whether it's still not showing up here. I'm after the only date I want that's not up there, and don't know why that's jumping around from that. We got the 17th, so it's up here, basically somewhere around here. So we'll see what happens as we build up. I'm expecting a little price increase before the next auction. Into anticipation. I think most people, especially the big players, know that with a nice 800 ETH day, we'll probably pretty much get rid of this Axion here, 4.2, which will probably end up being around about 4.3 to 4.4. Sorry, 4.3 to 4.5, probably on the upper side of that, with extra penalties being accumulated on top of the rollover. So that's where I'm expecting it to head, and people, that will be snapped up, and then people will have to go to Uniswap. People wanting to get the positions and get the good divs. Prana says, where are you streaming from, if you don't mind disclosing? Streaming from New Zealand, the bottom of the world. Prana, I'm in the New York City area. Wow, so you're basically on the other side of the world from me. It's a long way, a long distance. I know, so you can probably work it out on the world map, see the distance. Neil says, only upcoming hype to ride would be the ERC20 converter for Cardano, something like burning the Ether tokens in a contract and gets converted over to run a Cardano for cheaper fees. Okay. Pretty interesting. Let me have a quick look here. Doing a calculation, I'll be on the scene. Yeah, let us know in the chat if you've had any other insights that I haven't picked up over the wee while. Yeah, so that's Prana. That's we're about almost 9,000 miles apart, 8,800 miles apart. So we live in 8,800 miles separate from each other. So there we are. That's a long distance. 1776 says New Zealand, jab capital of the world. Jab capital. Not sure what jab capital is. What's jab? Could you explain what that is? Because I'm not familiar with that phrase. Prana, it must be morning there. It's actually the afternoon, the middle of the afternoon exactly, about 3:30 in the afternoon. So we've had up to 27 people in the chat so far. We've got 17 on at the moment. So welcome to anyone new. Neil says COVID-free zone. Not really. They keep letting in people with COVID all the time. The media says one thing, but they keep letting the media says, oh, we're free, and then next minute we've got people in different cities coming in, still coming in. So, you know, I don't believe much what they say these days. 1776, the shot, COVID shot. I'm not sure. I don't think we have the vaccine here. I think America's got the vaccine. I think America's got a proper vaccine, at least 2 of them, I think. But Russia's got one, but it's not really, it's like still in trial, so they're sort of rolling it out without it being complete. I think that's pretty much the state of COVID. Still blame Trump? No, Trump's done a good job from my point of view. Accelerated the thing. Previously it would have taken them 2 years to get a vaccine. So what's it been? 6-7 months, so it's pretty fast. UK as well. Oh yeah, UK is having problems with it, isn't it? They're pretty widespread. Hey, we've got 20 people on the live stream. Welcome everybody. 7076 says we've got a proper VAT vax. All right, I ain't taking it. Yeah, well, this is the thing. So there's a vaccine and people don't want to take it. So. Because what's it? Who's that big tech guy? Bill Gates. So people think that Bill Gates is putting they get skeptical. They go, "Oh, Bill Gates wants to put a chip into the vaccine and stuff like." You get stuff like that. It's pretty interesting topics. It's not, and it sounds like conspiracy, but sometimes people end up doing these actual things, and before you know it, yeah. So interesting. The Australian one gave out HIV positive. Ow, really? Food TV, whales stop selling. Yeah, it seems that way. Food TV, in fact, accumulating. We did that at the beginning of the live stream. Showed that the 1 billion whale that we've got, it's the last one left. You can see it here. Has actually accumulated, and that's the only one that's liquid. And we showed that on the stats. That if you go to here, you can see that the only 1 billion whale is actually accumulating, and they're liquid. And the rest of them, the other 33 are all staked. So that's pretty positive. I think that's huge. We don't know the staking ladder they have, but that's super bullish from my point of view. And if you combine that with the combined fund, where it got 81%, and that's been as high as like 83% or something. So that's pretty cool. So that bodes well. That's what you want. You want high staking percentages. Let's just say 7076 Bates says it himself, but no one wants to listen. But oh well, we got Axion. That's right. You can disagree on politics and other things, but we're all sharing the benefits of Axion, which is pretty awesome. Neil, no jab, no travel will be the rule. Yeah, amongst certain political things, they'll do that. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. It's a different topic. I have my own views on it. We'll see what happens. Whoever's got the power will make the choices, right? And then the rest of it, you have to live with it. So that's pretty much it. So we've got 22 people on at the moment, and there we are. We're looking at the price. The price. So I'll probably get a nice little tick up. I'm expecting a little tick up over the next couple of days. So between the auction is. Let's have a quick look at the auction again. So we're on day 13, this is day 30, so we've got 31, let me see, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, so another 5 days. So here we are, we're looking at, I'm expecting this to keep going, maybe not in a straight line of course, but if we get up to, let's go there. Funny how it's just going that page. So I'm expecting a little bit more increase with the last auction and anticipation of the last auction, and then even more bullish price upwards after that. And the motivation is because people will get they need to get their stuff staked for the lower share rate. The share rate has obviously been increased with the massive dividends. I'm going to do a special thing if I can find enough information on the share rate, but based on the return on investment, it should work the same way as Hex does, something similar. So that means that with all the 4 mega auctions, that's been accelerating the share rate. I don't think it's on a fixed one, so that should be the way it works, and therefore that's why we've seen it rocket to about 1.09 now. I mean, that's so fast, and that's those big mega auctions giving all those divs out. So we get one more of those, the share rate will really climb, get over 1.1, and then you're away. It's a lot difference get between a share rate of 1 and a share rate of 1.1 on the amount of shares that you get. You can offset obviously that with longer pays better. You get 20% per year on your shares for long pays better. That's why we recommend staking ladder. That way you can get some of those benefits. And obviously we have a huge club of people that are staking longer than that, and they've staked for 15 years. We've got 878 people that have done that. Almost 5 billion, well, 4.9 billion Axion in that club. Huge congrats to that. They get some perks as well. Looks like they're going to get some perks in the, as a LP provider or a liquidity pool provider, and so that's coming up for them, and some other ROI activities. So congrats to them. When it's staked 15 years with stuff, at least 2.5 million, then they should get some extra benefits as well. I'm all for that myself, and pretty neat. So that's looking like a wrap up. That's our 45-minute live stream. We've got 21 people on. I just want to say thanks to everybody for coming on, and we'll just read some of the final comments before I finish up. Neil says 15th of December is said to be when the Mt. Gox recovery Bitcoin gets dumped on the market. Okay, if you got a link to that, Neil, you should post it in tomorrow's live stream. I'm on standby for cheap Axion in case the market decides to dump hard. Yeah, that's the other side of it. So at the moment we've got Bitcoin trying to break that 20,000 mark, and if you're right about the Mt. Gox stuff, Neil, I just need to get a link so I can read it, but I haven't read about it. So then it really needs to break that 20,000 mark. I think it's like the third test, so we'll see what happens. Prana says the share rate should never go lower, it should always stay the same or go higher like Hex. It's true, Prana, and that's what it's doing. It's climbing pretty fastly, and probably because of the big mega auctions divs. Cam Lowell says progressive future. Yeah, unfortunately, Cam, unfortunately. I could say a lot more about that, but anyway, well, it's not a political show, so I'll keep it to Axion and crypto. Neil says, yes, I'll back that up tomorrow with the link. Yeah, appreciate that, Neil. Neil's always got some good information, so he's pretty much onto it. Just like to see some links so I can read it. And okay, well, thanks everybody. It's 21 people on the live stream. I really appreciate everyone coming along. Hope you enjoyed this quick 45-minute update, and hope the main point was really about inflation, staking, and accumulation. This is the accumulation phase. That's why I haven't been too worried about the price. I think the price will take care of itself, especially after the next mega option. Feeling pretty bullish, and yeah, hope that everyone's staking their bags and collecting those divs. Relaxing divs, as a number of things would say. Don't forget the Axion today's show with Sheldon on in about 19 hours or so, and I hope you guys enjoy that. I'll be back on live stream tomorrow, and obviously I'll do an auction close video tonight, and I'll post that in the Discord and Telegram. Alright, until then, thanks everyone.